everybody, and welcome to the 5th edition of the QuaranTOON Comedy Showcase. I'm your host, Dan Brown. So my friends don't really want to speak to me because they're afraid they'll get the coronavirus. So I go on Tinder a lot. Ironically, the coronavirus makes my friends ignore me the same way that being a total dweeb makes women ignore me. I always hear people announcing what their pronouns are. I feel so lonely during this pandemic that my pronouns are just I and me. I feel like a creepy creature sometimes, living alone in an empty house. I worry I won't have enough resources to last through the pandemic. But the nice thing about being a creature is that you can grow your fingernails really long and eat all the children who stray into your yard. Yum! Are you apocalypse survivors ready for your next comedian? Well then give it up for Dan Kalwhite!
Coming at you live from the basement here. You know, before this whole pandemic went down, I was performing in Boston, and we were staying in this hotel right outside of Boston, a little place called Waltham, Massachusetts. Not sure if you're familiar, but we were staying in this real shithole hotel, right? So we were doing 2 shows, right? So we went to go check in on Friday, and I go to the lady behind the front desk. I go, "Hey, we get that free Wi-Fi in our room?" And she just goes like this. She goes, "For the first night." And I go, "Well, what about tomorrow night?" She goes, "Come down to the front desk and we'll let you know," right? So the next day rolls around like they do, and I go down to the front desk and I go, "Hey, am I getting that free Wi-Fi in my room for the second day?" And she goes, "So let me check." "No, we can't get you the free Wi-Fi in your room for the second night." She goes, "But here's what you can do. You come down the lobby, use the Wi-Fi for free down here." So I just go like this, right? I go like this. I go, "Listen, lady, I have no problem masturbating in your lobby, but I'm not sure those Girl Scouts are going to feel, because they were selling cookies right outside. And you want to know something? I got the fucking free Wi-Fi." I don't think they should call cancer anymore. I think they should call it the Terminator, right? Because doesn't that sound a lot better in someone's obituary? If they just lost their 10-year battle to the Terminator? Like, think about it. Remember how hard it was to kill the Terminator? They had to crush him in a vice in the first one. Then they had to find a building with an inside volcano to melt him in the second one.
If cancer's the Terminator, then this coronavirus must be Matlock's most frequent prosecutorial adversary, Nebraska native Julie March. Are you guys ready for your next comedian? Well then give it up for Cliff Mula.
Hey, what up, y'all? I'm on Dan Brown's show, man. I'm famous, baby. Anyways, man, let's talk about this COVID. This is the only time you can pregame at your own house and you don't have a party or a club to go to. This pandemic is pretty weird, though, man. This is the only time a black man is allowed to wear a mask in a store. It's very weird. Anybody else in the crowd? Well, there's nobody in the crowd, but anybody else get fat during this time? Anybody else gain that COVID-25? Shit, I did, man. I'm proud of it. I don't care. You know you're getting fat when you hug another fat person and your nipples don't touch? I've done something new in these past few months. I went to a Black Lives Matter rally for the first time. It felt good marching and protesting, but it even felt better when my picture got 100 likes on Facebook. You know I gotta do it for the hoes, baby. I remember this man was giving this great speech. He was telling me all the things I wanted to hear. It was very inspiring. You know, he was like, Black Lives Matter, White people smell like wet dog. We must overcome our oppressors. No more will we stand for this, for the injustices in the world. And I didn't see his face because I had my head down too much in my phone. I was trying to get the right filter for the hoes, feel me? But when I looked up, the dude was white. And I was like, yo, man, that's kind of crazy. This is about black issues and there's a white man speaking. And he's talking about beating the oppressor. I'm like, yo, you are the oppressor. You are the white man. Or at least the oppressor is your dad or something. That's crazy though, a white man speaking for black issues. You'll never see my black ass be at a bar mitzvah like, yo, shalom, my niggas. All the girls shake that tuchus. I got brisket and Nikes after this show. But I miss comedy though. I kind of miss like some of the weirdo shit I would see. I remember one time out after a show, after my set, some white guy come up to me and he was like, "Oh my God, Cliff, you are very funny. You had just the right amount of blackness." And I kind of messed me up a little bit. I didn't know how to feel. I didn't know how to react towards that. But that's like the first time I ever felt like an ingredient. You know, like you just stirring up like mac and cheese. You just throw a little bit of whatever in there. You just have your spoon. You take it out. Take a wife, like, taste this, honey. This has the right amount of Negrica. Yes, Negrica. That's sort of spicy than Negro. Yes. Yum. But anyway, that's my time, I guess. Shout out Dan Brown for doing this quarantine shit, man. It's kind of wavy, though. I hope my cartoon don't look too weird.
That's our show. Thanks for not coming out, and don't forget to tip your emotional support animals and your live and late-breaking action news teams. Good night, everybody.